This is easy.
What is up, GOAT World? It's me, your boy JDZ, and I'm back at you again with another GOAT format video. Before we hop into the video, I got a special announcement I like to make. GOAT Format Championship number 21 is going down January the 13th. Saturday and Sunday, January 13th, January 14th. Make sure you be there or be square. It's completely free to enter. GOAT Format event. I want to take the time to make sure as many people as possible come out and play in GFC number 21. It's going to be a blast. Completely free to enter. There will be prizes of shapes and all sizes. There will be invitations to the GOAT Format World Championship given out. Okay, so GFC 21, I hope to see you all there. As for the video, today I got another special treat. As always, I'm going to take the time to play another special deck that's near and dear to my heart. I'm going to be showcasing a deck I like to call Red Eyes Control. I played this deck a while ago. It was a slightly different build. I changed it around and now I'm back at it again with Red Eyes Black Dragon. I wanted to take the opportunity to try to play this card. I think this is a very epic and iconic card. It goes way back to the very beginning of the game and it doesn't get much love. You know, a lot of people don't show Red Eyes Black Dragon the love that this card deserves. So I thought about trying different ways to play it. It does have the support card Black Dragon's Chick, which says you can send this face-up card you control to the graveyard, special summon one Red Eyes Black Dragon from your hand. So there is a little bit of Red Eyes support in GOAT format. So I want to play this thing. It's a level 1. Level 1s go well with Metamorphosis. It's a dark monster that goes well with Mr. Tomato. So I want to make like a tomato tomato control kind of thing. I got my creature swaps in there. I got the scapegoats. I got the meta. I got the Cyberstein in there because I can make King Dragoon. Okay, King Dragoon is the linchpin of this deck. He is what makes this deck go. King Dragoon is probably one of the best cards in this format that nobody is playing. I think it's a really solid card. Also, Red Eyes Black Dragon being a level 7, if you do get this card onto the field, sometimes you can go Metamorphosis, make the King Dragoon that way as well. So I think it's pretty cool. It's basically just a GOAT control deck with some Red Eyes elements in there with a little bit of Cyberstein to push it over the top. Also, I have the single copy of the Fusilier, the dual mode beast. He's also a level 7. You can pair that with Metamorphosis, bring out King Dragoon, special summon the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and do it that way. The trap lineup, I wanted to keep these Jargreeds in there. I think they're pretty good because this deck is essentially not necessarily just a standard GOAT control deck, but it's kind of has some combo elements to it too. So I want to kind of speed through my deck and kind of give myself a little bit more consistency, but I didn't want to play Upstart Goblin because it's also kind of like an aggressive deck. So I'm trying to kill them through attacking. I'm not setting too much, and at least that's the plan for the deck. The side deck seems pretty standard. I just wanted to keep the Royal Decrees in the side deck because I think it just can cover a lot of matchups, especially if you're playing on the ladder or if you don't know what your metagame is. A lot of decks in this metagame are heavily trap dependent. So I wanted to kind of keep those triple Royal Decrees in there, and the triple Trap Dust Shoots. Just when I'm going first, I can have Trap Dust Shoot, Zombiris, and Assurance, and Books. Breaker also in the side deck. So here's the deck. Tell me what you guys think about it. Like maybe it's not the most optimized deck. It's probably not the best deck in the format, but this is a deck I think that can get Red Eyes Black Dragon onto the GOAT format dueling pitch where this card belongs. And I think this card is too epic to not be played ever in GOAT format. So we're going to see what we can do with that. Make sure you guys go ahead and like and subscribe. I got some replays queued up from my last GOAT format dueling session. I was playing some Red Eyes Control, and you guys make sure you tell me what you think about it as we head over to Replayville. All right, so here we are at the replay. The first opponent I have is a duelist that goes by the name of Rage question mark. Rage sitting at a 329. You know what I'm saying? I got a 662. I'm climbing. Okay, I'm climbing the ladder. I'm getting my climb on playing these off meta strategies, so it can be done. Maybe I won't get to the top, but I'm definitely climbing. Okay, and I will be getting to go first against the duelist Rage. Shout out to you. Love the content. I love that you love the content, and we're going to keep it rocking. You are now a part of the content, Rage. Shout out to you. All right, and Rage is playing a really cool deck as well. So, you know, I like this little area of the ladder, the area between, I would say, 500 to like 800. You get to meet some really cool people. You get to play some really cool strats. And when you get to the very tippity top, it's basically all Turbo Warriors. When you're at the real bibbity bottom, you know, it's all Reasoning Gate and everything like that. But this little range right here, I think is really cool. And you meet some interesting duels. So I go ahead and just bring out the Jargreed, bring out the Ring of Destruction, and spam Sangan. I will summoning all throughout. I don't really like setting with this deck too much. I like to blank knock as much as I can and just absolutely get after it that way. So that's just what I was doing that day. So I just summoned the Sangan, pass it over. My opponent brings out the Slate Warrior, and I'm like, dang, that's lit. Slate Warrior coming down as we got 1900 coming on into the 1000. I like to go ahead and ring that bad boy up. Take 1900 from both of us. He passes back on over. I will go ahead and then just go battle phase, smack on in with the 1000. I don't play this Jar of Greed. I think this is something that a lot of players, I've watched a lot of players doing this, and it's something I've started to incorporate into my own game. Like, if you don't really need to play the Jar of Greed, maybe I could have played it, maybe got to my trend and then had a better turn that way. But just keeping it on the field and trying to get some type of plus value from this Jar of Greed. He comes out with an MST, comes out with Heavy Storm or something. I then change the Jar of Greed. I'm getting the value right there. Or if I do need to just dig deeper for another option or something, then I have the ability to play it. So I'm just not playing it. I'm just hanging on to it until I absolutely need it. My opponent goes out, Snatch Shield on the Sangan, summon the Pyramid Turtle. I don't know about this one. I mean, that damage may not be worth it. I think it's probably better just to, if you're gonna do anything, just set the Pyramid Turtle or attack the Sangan and do it just like that. Don't be snatching Sangans out here. This is a lesson for everybody. So when you're watching these replays, don't just watch what I'm doing, don't watch my deck, but also observe what the opposition is doing, and maybe we all can learn together and to become better duels. But snatching Sangan is a very, very low EV play. You know, you want to keep that Sangan either banished or on my side of the field or kill it, but don't be snatched. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this Jar of Greed now, just see if I can get to a better card. Couldn't really find it. I go ahead and Tsukiyomi, kill my own Sangan, and get my Ascendant Serpent out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set another little bluff ski, pass it on over to my opponent. They get another Royal Decree. You know, Royal Decrees in bunches. Hate to see it. As they go ahead and smack me for 1200 damage, set the Night Ass, pass back on over me. I set the Jar, and then I just go ahead and make a Metamorphosis maneuver right now. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead and bring out the Thousand Eyes Restrict, the purple sucking Phenom. I take the Pyramid Turtle just because I know I have this Tsukiyomi loop. I could probably get that going if they don't kill this Thousand Eyes Restrict. And I really want to just get this Pyramid Turtle off the field. Looking at my deck, I don't really have a lot of options to get around these recruiters, so they're actually quite good against me. They go ahead and draw a pass. I got the Tsukiyomi loop established. They don't really have any trap cards, and it's pretty much just all down here. This is typical GOAT control stuff. Not a lot of red eyes, more GOAT control type situation going on as they continue to set in the face of my Tsukiyomi loop, and they're just caught up in it. And you've all been there before. You know what time it is. As Thousand Eyes Restrict is going to do his thing, I got Delinquent Duo, and I'm able to just completely control this thing with Thousand Eyes Restrict. This never works like that, by the way, anymore. It used to work like this all the time, but not anymore. But it just happened to work out for me that time for the duel for myself in that match. All right, going on to game number 2. He just got Tsukiyomi locked out of there. Couldn't really do much. I had too many good cards, but this deck I think is awesome. I think this is like a strategy that Alephia kind of played. I really like the idea of Despair from the Dark, Tribute to the Doom, Book of Life. I think there's something with this that can be like an actual meta contesting strategy, not just, you know, ladder stuff, but actually can be played. I really do feel that way. I think Tribute to the Doom is in a good spot. I think Book of Life is in a great spot. I think a Spirit Reaper Book of Life is really strong. As I start off with the Pot of Greed, I got the Red Eyes in my possession. No big deal. I go ahead and set the goats, pass it on over. They got the Gravekeeper Spy. I punch on in with a lot of damage, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to take all this damage. I'm just going to play the goats. My opponent says, you know what? I don't want to get put back in that endless Tsukiyomi again, so I'm gonna go ahead and smash the ground your last go. I don't absolutely hate that, but you know what I'm saying, maybe that was the right thing, because I do have the Metamorphosis, and I am going to go ahead and go for my Red Eyes Chick here. So I'm just getting way too aggressive. Maybe I could have chilled a little bit, but I go ahead and Red Eyes or Black Dragon's Chick, Red Eyes, and then I go Metamorphosis into the King Dragoon right now, just so I can ensure that my attack will get through. No Sakuretsu armors. This card right here is absolutely ridiculous, insane in Go format, and it rarely gets used. It's hard to get out because it does require a level 7, but man, oh man, this card can just literally solo people sometimes, because there's really not a lot of outs to it most of the time, even though this Demok is just a clean, classy out to this King Dragoon. As he gets back to smashing ground, smashes the King Dragoon, that doesn't target, and then smacks me for 28. I think about it for a second about just using this ring, get rid of this Demok, save that damage, but I was like, maybe I got this Snatch. This Snatch can walk on this Demok, and I can just take it with the Tsukiyomi again and then pound on in for a little bit of damage in rebuttal. Pass it back on over to my opposition. My opposition go ahead and hits the Tribute to the Doom, bumps Demok, Book of Life. I love this play. I think this is really cool. I don't know why I like this play so much. Maybe I'm just coping, but I really do like that play. As I try to pull the Ring of Destruction, it didn't work. I lost 28 because he attacked, but the Royal Decree is going to negate my Ring of Destruction, and then I just got another installment of Thousand Eyes Restrict, and it's all in the meat locker again for the Duelist Rage. So I'm just bashing in. I got Tsukiyomi again, and you guys already know what time it is, so I get the dub here. GG's to Rage. You play well, but I think that was just a terrible matchup. You got Royal Decrees, I got Goats. It's just not going to end well, but still, I really like the deck, and I thought it was really, really cool. I got lucky. The luck favored me that day. All right, moving on to the next match I have against the duel that goes by name of Tattoo XXX, Tattoo XXX, XX, quadruple X, triple X. Okay, I'm going second this time, as Tattoo has defeated me in the rock, paper, scissors. Okay, they get a pretty good turbo little hand right there. 2 Thunder Dragons, some flips. You know the vibes. I got Red Eyes Chick, so I'm feeling good. I go ahead and bring out the Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato will clam into the Dekoichi, the Battle Chanted Locomotive. Turn 1, Light and Dark setup. You can't ask for more. A better start for your Chaos Turbo situation, as they go ahead and hit, aside from the whole Trinity blowout type stuff, they MST, hit my Ring of Destruction in the end phase, pass it on over to them. They set the GK Spy, and I'm just like, whatever, man, let's just continue to attack. I smack on into the GK Spy, get walled out, and then they got 2 coming onto the field. I set the Goats and pass, so I'm already feeling like, hey, this game is lost. But then I see this next play that happens, and they bring out the breaker. They break my Scapegoats. Okay, so they break my Scapegoats, and I'm thinking, all right, what's going to happen here? As they then just accidentally misclick, put it into the graveyard, and then they attack into the token. Okay, in this situation, if someone has a recruiter on the field and you destroy their Scapegoat tokens, always go ahead and attack that recruiter, because now they can't resolve that recruiter's effect because they already summoned with Scapegoats. So when I saw that happen, I was like, maybe my opponent's a little bit newer, maybe they'll know the vibes all the way. But definitely in this situation, that's why a lot of people don't really necessarily like recruiters and Scapegoats in the same deck, for that reason. But I would always go after that recruiter, do a little bit of damage, and I won't be able to special summon with the effect of Mr. Tomato because I already used the Scapegoats. So no big deal. All right, so I got the Tsukiyomi anyway. Then they have the tremendous Torrential Tribute. I don't even like that Torrential Tribute either from my opponent. They had a pretty good situation going on with those GK Spies, and that they removed those for me, so that's a lot less work that I have to do. I continue the assault, bring out the half mode beast, and then I'm able to smack on in with 14. Dies instantly with the Night Ass. They go ahead and continue to set with the Faith. I don't go Chick here. I thought about it for a second, just going Red Eyes and just go continue to attack with this Red Eyes, but I chill with it as they go and flip the Magician of Faith. I go in TT here because I'm gonna try to get some value out of it before they go ahead and MST it anyway. They bring out the Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer is cool, and they set the MST, smack me with 2300, pass. So now I'm like, cool, I got the Red Eyes Chick, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Inferno Fire Blast. Come on in there and see if I can get in, and I won't. I'll just get Ring of Destruction. No big deal. We both eat 24, and then I'll set the ring. I'll set the MST. I'll set the Mirror Force, get MST'd immediately, and I will automatically just go down. So that was kind of how that goes. You guys know how it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have it. Their cards lined up with my cards, but still, I think they left some plays on the table that they could have made and made a better opportunity. I got full combo in my hand, which is pretty cool. I go ahead and just set the MST. Pass. I don't want to, hopefully I don't get duoed, but I just want to keep my little combo I have before my opponent can do anything. I want to at least get some value out of it, as I now have the Abyss Soldier with Sinister Serpent. Now this is a combo that I'm just absolutely addicted to. I put Abyss Soldier in basically all my decks these days because I just love Abyss Soldier, Sinister Serpent, bounce whenever it happens. In the rare instances that it does, I really love that. But my opponent comes out, shows a little bit of bravery and courage, takes this breaker challenge, man's up on this damn Abyss Soldier, and I'm like sick because you get a double dip to chip, and I'm like, damn, he just absolutely rotisseried myself on that one. Very well done. Nice chance taken by Tattoo XXX. I get back my Sinister Serpent, go ahead and try to Tsukiyomi out of this situation, knock out the breaker, set the Goats, pass it back on over to them. They're Brown Town. They got a lot of Mons in their hand, as I'm noticing now, as I will go ahead and go for a Metamorphosis here. Think I'm gonna save the creature swap for a later date. I go ahead and take over the GK Spy, pass it. They spam and slam the Chaos Sorcerer immediately. No shuffle, just spam and slam. You got to shuffle your hand a little bit, give yourself the opportunity to confuse and befuddle your opposition. As Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer tries to slam in, I play these Scapegoats. No big deal. I still have this creature swap. I still have my Wombo combo in hand, just waiting to go down, and I think it's probably time to employ. No, I don't employ. I go ahead and take the Tsukiyomi, try to get rid of the Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer. They book a moon the Tsukiyomi. No big deal. Oh, I see what I was going for. I was trying to go Tsukiyomi, kill the Kaiku, creature swap, take the Sork, and I would have been absolutely vibing. But it's all good. It didn't work out for me. They're going to go ahead and go GK Spies coming back to the hand. They still got Sork on the field. They flip the Kaiku, flip the Chaos Sorcerer, smack into the Tsukiyomi, smack into the token. I go and put the Kaiku down because maybe if I can get through this thing, I can still make this creature swap play happen if I feel so inclined. But they set another card that kind of jams me up a little bit. So cool. I go ahead and play the Pot of Greed. Pot of Greed gets Cyberstein, so things start to change a little bit. As I go ahead and Noble and cross out the Unknown set, I bring out the Cyberstein, bring out the King Dragoon, special summon the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and now I start to think there's no way. Maybe there's a way I can try to, you know, do a little bit of more damage or something like that, but I figured I can't kill my opposition this turn, so I'd like to take the most safest route and just attack into the Chaos Sorcerer with the Red Eyes Black Dragon, attack into the Cyberstein with the Kaiku, and just take Kaiku to my side of the field. So at least if they make a huge swing back, they can't, it won't be involving chaos unless they use their battle phase maybe to kill Kaiku. At least that's my thought. That was my thought process. So I wanted Kaiku on my side of the field, so that's why I did it that way. So now they're sitting there. They got GK Spy. I got all these dragons. They can't target any of my dragons, and it would have to be something cool. So they bring out Chaos Sorcerer and Premature Burial. So Chaos Sorcerer, they go to try to banish my Red Eyes, and I'm like, no, dude.
You can't do that.
King Dragoon, look at him just shutting it down. Just shutting it down as they go battle phase. Even though you know you declare that effect, I don't like Sharking on the ladder. He did declare that effect, so technically he would have to banish Kaiku, but I didn't want to do all that. So we're going to set the Cyberstein to defense position. I go in King Dragoon is going to smash into the Chaos Sorcerer. Red Eyes is going to smash into the set. Deal, they get another GK Spy back from the deck. Fusilier can smack into the token, and now I'm just absolutely going after it. They MST. Another mistake I think they made. They MST in their turn. They probably should have MST during the end phase, and then I wouldn't be able to chain in this situation. But they waited to their own turn, maybe to get a look at the next card they're going to draw. Then they decided to use MST, and I have the opportunity to play the Ring of Destruction on GK Spy. They call 100, bring back Chaos Sorcerer again, a battle phase, smack on into the dual mode beast. He's only at 1400. They set a couple more. GK Spy is gone due to Ring of Destruction. Cool. And then I draw into the Torrential Tribute. I go and smack into the Chaos Sorcerer again, smack into the set Sangan. They get a search in, is Magician of Faith. I go ahead and set the TT just in case of something crazy. They go ahead and set the ring, set the Faith, pass it on over to me. They play Ring of Destruction, target the Red Eyes. And I'm like, nah, you can't do it.
You can't do that. That was probably number 10.
King Dragoon was holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Red Eyes, you know what I'm saying? Infernal Fire Blast, holding it down. Can't do it. And it's going to be what it is. So he keeps forgetting that King Dragoon is protecting all these dragons. As I get back my Sinister Serpente, I go and battle into the Magician of Faith. They get back Graceful Charity. I go and smack on in with 2400, and then they are going. I'm just going to go ahead and pass on over. They Graceful. Cool. Add 3, kick out the Thunder Dragon, kick out the Sinister Serpent, upstart here. I get 1000, upstart again. So I get a little bit of cushion. And then they're going to go ahead and use the Tsukiyomi. Can't target any of my guys. You know, he gotta read King Dragoon. Tattoo XX, read King Dragoon. You cannot target any of my guys. You just can't. You just cannot. So he's forced to just set the Tsukiyomi. I play Graceful Charity, get some good units. I go ahead and smack in. I don't elect to bring in this other other Red Eyes because Mirror Force Torrential is just too strong, and I don't want to fall into those. And he did have Mirror Force. I don't know why he hadn't played that Mirror Force. He let me kill his guy. He should just Mirror Force right away. Bring out BLS, spam and slam, put it on defense position. I'm holding this Metamorphosis, but I go ahead and play. I play TT. They Silent Judgment that. Banish my guy. Then I got the Serpent Metamorphosis, and then I'm able to just go ahead and meta my way out of this thing. Thousand Eyes is going to get to the dub, and that's going to be a GG. So there's a lot to learn from Tattoo X on that one. I think you just got to really just read the cards and pay attention, and then I think they probably could have won that game multiple times, and they'll just played it slightly different. No big deal. No big deal. We're all here to get better, and we're all here to learn. No big deal. All right, so I got full combo again, which is pretty neat. So I go and bring out the Mystic Tomato, just try to slam the tomato in there. Usually tomato can draw out some type of battle trap or some type of TT or Mirror Force. I'm trying to use all these dudes to get all that stuff, the tribes of the world and the TTs and the heavies and the smashings and all that stuff. Use it on my Mr. Tomato, so when I get this King Dragoon or these Red Eyes down, then you won't have those cards left to use on them, which I think is the whole point. So my opponent goes ahead and brings the tribe. Like, look, tribe's already in the fray. Tribe is another King Dragoon answer. Get him out of the way. That's one less thing they can do for you. So they have this Torrential Tribute. Electing to leave the Torrential Tribute in hand and not put it on the field. I go ahead and Metamorphosis. Pay the cost of Red Eyes to bring out King Dragoon. I didn't commit the second copy of Red Eyes because, again, I don't want to get blown out by a delayed Torrential Tribute, which he does have in his hand that could very well be onto the field. My opponent is looking at the graveyard, trying to chain. That's another one. This is another instance. You know what I'm saying? You cannot chain Ring of Destruction to Metamorphosis because that's a cost. You know what I'm saying? That monster is gone. You miss your opportunity to do that. You'd have to do it like in an open game state type situation. So I go ahead and have the King Dragoon. King Dragoon, just go ahead and spam and slam. I bring out the Red Eyes, and then they're going to TT here. And I'm thinking I just go ahead and pay the cost of Cyberstein, bring out another King Dragoon just because. I smack on in with 24, smack on in with 700 just to bring them low. Oh, that's so crazy that they did have the snatch. If that 700 didn't get them below, which you should have, maybe you could have. Nah, that wouldn't have done anything. And then they're just going to go ahead and scoop right here just to get the hell up out of that game. But I think there is definitely some plays that my opponent left on the table. I think they could have done some things a little bit different, but still, you got to saw the idea of King Dragoon, Red Eyes Black Dragon together in harmony. I think it's really fun and it's really interesting. Put your opponent in some really compromised positions sometimes. Okay, the next deck the next duelist I'm going to play is a duelist that goes by the name of Hunk that you want to funk. Hunk that you want to funk getting down. I will be going second again. Good luck, have fun to you. Hunk that I want to funk. And Hunk that I want to funk is playing another really, really cool deck that I enjoy seeing on the ladder sometimes. The equip card deck, the Mataza Benkai style deck. I think that deck is also really cool. Maybe we could do something with that deck on the channel at some point. I come out and I go Heavy Storm immediately. I bring out the King Dragoon. Special summon Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I just punch on in with half your health, dude. And I'm like, do something about it. You got, again, another time somebody's got this TT sitting in their hand while this combination of cards is happening to them. Hate to see it, but you know what? It is what it is. My opponent goes for Reinforcements of the Army. Okay, Reinforcement of the Army, they bring out Blade Knight, slap an axe on it, and I'm like, damn, they haven't seen an Axe of Despair on a Blade Knight in quite a long time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the Premature Burial, bring back the Dual Mode Beast sitting at a whopping 800. Whopping 800, we're going to TT there, but I do have Cyberstein as a follow-up. I'm going to priority bring out the Black Skull Dragon. I'll play Delinquent Duo just in case Karibo, you know what I'm saying? Bring out Black Skull Dragon and just absolutely get to the dub. Okay, so GG's right there to my adversary. You know what I'm saying? My adversary is actually baking out there. Baking while dueling is pretty cool. Shout out to you if you like to bake, all my bakers out there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go second this time. Got the Delinquent Duo come out, rip some good units from my hand, spam and slam the breaker in attack position. I go and set the goats pass. Breaker's going to break the goats. I chain. Cool. Typical stuff, textbook stuff. Bring out Mataza the Zaza. Going to smack into 3 of these goats. And then I'm going to go ahead and go here. So I go ahead and go for Cyberstein right now. Cyberstein, I'll pay the costs, bring out Master of Oz, switch the token, send over the token, hit the Mataza the Zapper, and I just get blown away by Mirror Force. Just absolutely deboned by Mirror Force. Just completely rocked by Mirror Force. But sometimes you gotta send it, man. You gotta absolutely send it. My opponent's still sending it with these equip cards. Good luck. Luckily I had another copy of Scapegoat. Top 2 on the table. Mataza's actually a really cool card. Call of the Haunted is going to be another card. I set the Abyss Soldier just to defend myself. He has Nobleman to cross out. Boom, Mataza's going to keep smacking. Maybe you could have even you probably could have snatched deal that token and tried to get in for what could be game right there. Maybe, I don't know, that could be something. If you're going to attack anyway, you might as well go all out. As I go ahead and I make the cheesiest play, call the Haunted in the end phase, and then I draw the Heavy Storm. Like, what are the chances? I'm a sack artist. As I call the Haunted, get the Sangan, get the Mr. Tomato effect. Mr. Tomato is going to come on in or smack into the Mataza. They got Snatch Steal on the Recruiter. So Recruiter's going to come on in with 1400. I gain 1,000. I got tribe now. So I'm like, okay, I'm sacking, dude. I'm trying to sack my way back into this. The harder cards are with me, as Mrs. Tomato is going to come on in for 1,400. They got Call 100, bring back Breaker in the end phase for reasons unknown, as they're going to shift Breaker to defense position. I probably should have brought this Sook in, honestly, and just continued the pressure and smack in with all that damage. But now they got the Blade Knight. Blade Knight's going to easily clean up the tribe infecting virus. And then I get into Cyberstein, which is dead on arrival. I'm going to go ahead and try to continue the pressure and hope for the best. Hope for the best, and the best may not come my way, as we are going to go ahead for a Graceful Charity. Graceful Charity, we're going to kick out some units, kick out the Blade, kick out the Sangin, exile my guy, and then BLS my head off. You know, no big deal. I knew that was coming. You knew the BLS was coming. I felt it in my, as soon as that Graceful, but he had it in his hand all the way around, just waiting for it to get live. No big deal. So my opponent is going to be going second. I'm going to be going first. I go ahead and just T-set, put the MST down, put the Fusilier, the dual mode beast down, pass on over to my opponent. My opponent go ahead and hits me with the Delinquent Duo, rip some good units, hits me with Graceful Charity, rip some good units. Oh my goodness, Pot of Greed, rip some good units. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Every time, why can't I live? Let me live. As Fusilier, the dual mode beast, will fall instantly to the Blade Knight. But this is another combo that I just absolutely think is underrated and underexplored in GOAT format. Creature Swap and freaking Cyberstein, dude. They go hand in hand. I like that. I like those maneuvers. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead and bring out the Cyberstein. I bring out the big Chungalungas, and then I just swap it out, dude. There we go. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and swap it out, and you did me a favor and put this beefy Axe to Despair on this thing. So he's at a nice 3,000. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and smack on into the Cyberstein. You take a bulky bit of damage there, and then 3,000 gets on into your health box right there. Yeah, we took 26. You should have taken 3,000. You should have taken 3,000. So that's a mistake. No big deal. But I think it kind of got caught because my opponent ends up just scooping anyway. So no big deal. You didn't have enough life points to play that premature burial. So maybe you still could have survived. Maybe you could have. Nah, I think you're just cooked. I think you're just done. But GG's all around. I think that was a really cool deck. I like that deck. I like the equip card deck, Mataza deck. There's got to be a cool way to do it. Yada88's been playing that deck, and I think it's super duper awesome. All right, and I think this is the last one I have. The last one I have from this little session that I played is going to be against the duels that goes by the name of Zilch. Zilch 0. Zilch in the building. Okay, huge shout out to you, Zilch. It looks like I have won the RPS and I'll let you go first. I'll just start off with I'm gonna spam the MST, summon the Abyss Soldier, pass it over to my opponent. My opponent go ahead and Thunder Dragons up. Thunder Dragons for 2. And they're gonna go tribe here. I think they shotgun this tribe. I think this was a mistake. I think they misplayed. They probably didn't realize that both of these things were aqua. I think the play is probably just blast this card destruction and hope for better days, dude. Because your hand is really not doing a lot right now. Set this Jargreed, blast that card destruction, and let's get active. But they like to go for this play, which I'm not a fan of that at all. I MST in the end phase, pass it over. I get the red eyes in my hand. I go and set 2, pass it on back to my opponent. Then they hit me with the card destruction. I lose my ring. I'm fine with that card destruction. I don't really care. My hand wasn't doing a whole lot either. Breaker, the Magical Warrior, comes down, and I was hoping that they would hit these tokens, man. Dang it. That's why I set the Heavy Storm, hoping that Breaker would hit my tokens. But in fact, Breaker hits the Heavy Storm. I still chain the tokens anyway, like a rube. No big deal. No big deal. You know, luck wasn't with me that day. As I'm going ahead and go for the Abyss Soldier play, just trying to get some of the back rows out of the way. No big deal. As the Book of Moon was played, so chance of you having double book very low. So I think my Thousand Eyes is actually in a good spot to get a quality suck in as I take control of the Breaker, the Magical Warrior. They go for Snatch Steal here. Snatch Steal to take over the Thousand Eyes Restrict. And now they're going to attack into the Abyss Soldier. Okay, I'm missed up there. I just missed clicking. They attack into the Abyss Soldier. So now I'm sitting here. I'm gaining 1,000. I'm at 9,000. Boom. And they attack into another Scapegoat token. And I'm just still chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got these Scapegoat tokens. They're defending me quite well. They Regeki Break here. Regeki Break, target my Mirror Force. No big deal as they get back their Magician of Faith. So I'm like, cool. I know they got Magician of Faith in hand. I know that they're attacking me. I know that Magician of Faith is on the field. No big deal. The wheels are turning. How can I get that Magician of Faith? What can I do? I really don't have a play right now. So I'm just fine to just sit here and chill and continue to gain life points indefinitely as the Scapegoat is now going to be revealed yet again. So Scapegoats is up. I know I have a few more turns. I don't want to use my tribe. I try to just creature swap here. I take over the Dakoichi, the battle chanted locomotive, and just pass. Trap does shoot. Another one is in hand. They just continue to okay, get us another dust shoot off. No big deal. Sends back my tribe, and I'm fine just sitting here chilling. I set the Sangan just to continue to defend myself. My opponent has his Nomen Cross out, didn't quite play it yet, just elects to attack into another scapegoat token, and I'm just sitting here chilling, gaining life. I'm at 13,000. No big deal. And I'm going to continue to just sit here and just gain life. I'm at 14,000. As I set a Mrs. Tomato, my opponent is continuing to attack into these sets, not using that Nomen Cross out. I don't know what you're saving that Nomen for, but now they see. Now the wheels are starting to turn, and when they hit that Mr. Tomato and they reveal this freaking Cyberstein, they're like, oh boy, this guy's got a lot of freaking life points, and I'm giving him a lot of life points. I gotta freaking do something. So now they bring out the Chaos Source, and they start to try to get more aggressive now to clear this board, to understand like, hey, this guy has Cyberstein in his deck. This thing can get absolutely physical for me if I allow it. So I go ahead and use the Jar Greed, get back the tribe again. I did shuffle. I will get out the 1,000 Eyes Restrict of my own to take over this Chaos Source because I want to keep gaining his life points. These life points are looking great for me. I know I have another Cyberstein at some point. It'll come if I just sit here and gain life indefinitely. So I'm sitting here gaining. I accidentally gained 10,000 right there by accident, but we do fix that. Don't worry about it. As I will go ahead and continue to gain. Now my opponent has this freaking Regeki break. At any moment they can break this this Snatch Steal or break this loop or something, but let's see what they elect to do. As I continue to play another Jar Greed, I get my win condition basically in the form of this Cyberstein number 2 as they go ahead and finally use Regeki break on mine. They don't break theirs, so they're still sitting here trying to get through these sets. It's going to be them attacking into the Dakoichi. I get another card, which is Graceful Chair, which is great. And then I get Pot of Greed. So now I'm like, okay, now it might be time to make a move. As I play Pot of Greed here, they hit me with a Trap Dust Shoot. They hit me with the Trap Dust Shoot, send the Cyberstein back to the deck, and I'm like, dang, that was a good one. As they hit me with Graceful Charity, hit a Graceful Charity again, and I'm like, cool. I send out a creature swap, send out the Mrs. Tomato, and I will go ahead and set a couple pads. I want to keep this Red Eyes in my hand because I want to get Cyberstein. I think it's all gonna come together because I have a ton of life points. As I'm at 19,000, my opponent's continuing to attack instead of just letting it just marinate. Like, don't attack, just sit there, let it vibe until you have a better answer, because he attacked to Miss Tomato and now I have Cyberstein back on the field. So Cyberstein was special summon. I go ahead and Nomen Cross out the Gnome Magician of Faith just in case, you know what I'm saying? And then I just start paying. I start balling out. As Cyberstein, I'm gonna bring out Ryu Senshi first and negate any potential traps that they can have come my way. And then I bring out Gatling Dragon as well. So Gatling Dragon, I'm going to go ahead and flip for the effect of Gatling Dragon, and of course, you know what I'm saying, me being the sacker that I am, I hit 3 heads and just able to blow up his entire dueling board. No big deal. I pay another Cyberstein and bring out King Dragoon, and then they try to TT the field. Ryu Senshi is going to negate that immediately. King Dragoon is going to special summon Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then we're going to All in Harmony Inferno Fire Blast.
Inferno Fire Blast!
Zilch right on up out of this duel with a Cyberstein for 15,000 life points paid for this Cyberstein. No big deal. You got to be sick. Yeah, but again, a lot of that stuff I think Zilch did to themselves. You know, you want to make sure you're not just sitting there allowing that to happen, especially if you've seen one Cyberstein. You got to break that up. You had opportunities to do that and you elected not to, so you got to eat some of that yourself. All right, so I'm gonna bring out the Mrs. Tomato, summon the Mrs. Tomato, Nomen Cross out just in case Torrential Tribute, and then Mrs. Tomato is going to continue to hammer on in. I'll take the 1400. They'll take the 1400. I'll set to pass. My opponent draws into the King Tiger Wangu. I hit the Trap Dust Shoot, send that King Tiger back to the deck, shuffle, 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 play swords, pass. I just pass. I got nothing, as they draw the King Tiger again. So cool, they got it right back. Dueling Book does do that sometimes. They did in fact shuffle. I'll take the 17. I got Tribe here, so Tribe, I'm gonna pitch the Dragon Chick, set, pass it on over. It is going to be a Regeki break in the end phase. They got Heavy Storm. They go for a Snatch Steal, and they didn't play the Heavy Storm first. They just go for a Snatch and take the Tribe. And I think about this for a second. I want to keep my life in a decent spot. So I think I might have. I think that I might. Yeah, I played Call here. I don't know why I did that. I think that was a pretty bad play. I probably should take the 16 and then Call and then swap. But I don't know. I think I was just wanting to burn that card in his hand. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but they attacked anyway, which is just something, I guess. And then I get the Sangan from my deck. They go main phase 2. I have the Mystic Tomato again. I go ahead and swap here now as I'm able to take over my tribe again, smack it to the Mystic Tomato, get out another copy of Mystic Tomato, and then I'm bashing on it. Yeah, I hate that play that I did, but still, it worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? It's still not great. All right, so they're sitting here. I am gaining life. Let's see. I'm gaining life. I think they play heavy just to probably try to not allow me to keep gaining life points. And then we're going to smack on in with 16 and 1,000. And then we're going to pass back on over, and that's just going to be a dub. But still, you know, so I just want to show that replay. I thought it was really funny. Paying for Cyberstein 3 times in one match is just absolutely hilarious. I just want to take it real quick to show a couple of replays about this deck and how it can work and what it can do. Again, as I said, I know it's not the most optimized deck, but it featured the Red Eyes Black Dragon. How cool and epic and iconic is this card? And the fact that it still can technically be played in Go format is a real treat. So that's why I wanted to showcase it. What card should I do next? Tell me another epic card that should probably get played in Go format. We could probably make it happen and put it out on this channel. But again, as I mentioned, GFC number 21 happening January 13th. I hope to see you all there. Tell your friends and then tell their friends to tell their friends. GFC 21, completely free to enter online Go format tournament. That's all I have. As always, I am JDZ. I play Ghosts. Until the next time, shout out to all the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace.